get about that far into my gin and tonic to be able to paint straight. Otherwise, my hand's like this. As soon as I get still doing it, I can just do this tiny little straight lines like nobody's doing.
Yeah, the interesting thing is you're not the first person to tell me that drinking helps.
Like, there's a happy medium to it.
I imagine that is similar to everything in life.
Like, it definitely does help, like, Friggen.
Yeah, the EDM stuff is actually not too shabby. Thing is, we could play whatever music we wanted if we weren't going to YouTube. As far as I know, no, because I've definitely heard a bunch of different bands. And then I'm sure someone's gonna come in and be like, well, actually, it says in the by article 7. Well, I think that I think that you're not allowed to do it on Twitch. I don't know where the line is drawn, but almost all the people I watch, they play like very well-known bands. Like I've heard of All American Rejects. I mean, I've heard bands.
I feel like if you're not like really making bands on Twitch, they probably let it go.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably a lot of things. AI art's the same way.
Yeah, I like to just play it safe. Like, there's a use for AI music and AI art, and there's a lot of uses for just live artists, so I don't want to degrade live artists, but for stuff like this, like, let us just use the free music and whatever.
Piss off.
Yeah.
I do. I'll tell you who I'm getting disparaging of. Actual artists. People who won't just friggin' draw a picture. They don't want my money, and it's quite frustrating. Chris, I know a good band, but you probably haven't heard of them. Is it the name of some, like, Massachusetts town? Because I'll have you know, one of my favorite bands of all time is Boston, which is, in fact, a town in the UK. Know where my block is. No. It's the Chimerics ones. I could have swore I just saw it. That's what I don't understand. I thought I literally just looked at it. Guess we're using sound black now. Chris, I remember a bit of advice you gave me a long time ago. We were in the middle of that field, I was very intoxicated. You had just got, I don't know, married for the third time or whatever. And you said to me, make sure you have more than one black paint. And that's kind of stuck with me ever since you did that for me, Chris, so I appreciate that. Hey, look, it's an alien. Like from the movie Alien, which was a movie about aliens. Funny story. And before I even read the rest of this, Chris, if I don't laugh, I'm going to call you out. Because you said it was funny. And if I don't laugh, I don't think it's very funny. And at that point, we're going to have words because you brought your lies into my house of truth. And I don't appreciate that. So I'm going to warn you. Should I not read this? Should I not read it? I'm going to give you a few seconds to respond. Because if I read it and I don't laugh, well, then you got some explaining to do. Okay? So I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna give you like a couple seconds because I know there's a lot of delay. Yeah, I imagine that's definitely in there. We watch this stream. We watch this stream and it's not funny. Well, I also don't claim that it is funny. Wilmar. It's not a case of being funny or not funny. It's a case about telling the truth. Okay. Okay. So you better calm down, Wilmar. You imply. I do not imply implied consent. As someone who has to deal with the concept of implied consent on a daily basis, I assure you, I still have people sign a piece of paper giving me their consent to whatever it is they're doing. So implied consent does not hold up in court, yeah, Wilmar. Yeah. But don't do that. Because I love you. Happy birthday, Wilmar. Do you want me to simp? Because I will. Gladly. This is from the guy who begins every podcast with a dad joke, the point of which is that they are not funny, i.e. fail to provoke genuine laughter. They do provide very, very genuine, uncomfortable laughter. That is genuine. You have those laughs are real. And you have to pay me. That bill is very real. Anyone laughing is a paid actor. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. See? But here's the thing. I'm not lying to you. I'm paying that man. And I never, in the show, since it's been airing, have said that those guests were not paid. Okay? If you want to have a legal discourse, we can have a legal discourse, okay? Bodily anatomy pics. Alright, once Kara gets back, I'm going to read it, and it better be funny, Chris. It had better be funny. Also, tomorrow, hopefully, we will know if we got that place in Woburn, because apparently the land guy decided to just, like, not answer our emails. These landlords can seriously eat the fattest part of my butt. Alright, Kara, when you get back, I'm gonna read this comment, and it better be funny. This is Chris's thing. This is like the second thing he said since we started the stream. Yeah, the very beginning of what he said funny story. And then he put a semicolon, so that's how you know he's emphasizing that it's the funniest thing we're ever gonna hear. That's what a semicolon means. It's true. He had ample opportunity to tell us not to read it. I'm waiting for you to come back over here so they can hear your legitimate laughter. Here we go. Do your worst. Funny story. I grew up next door to Brad Delph's nephew. They had the gold record of Boston's big album in their dining room. That's pretty funny. Good job, Chris. That is a pretty funny story. Yeah, that is a cool story. So it was actually like the album. They had like the gold record.
Yeah, like the one they give the band.
That's pretty cool. It was his nephew's nephew. That's cool.
I think they only make like, 6 or 10 of them enough to even like
So I'm gonna paint other stuff today. This is gonna be the main thing that we try and paint today. This stream will not be as long as usual. I got a really busy day tomorrow, and I don't have a front desk, so it's a very bad idea for me to go to work without enough sleep tomorrow, because I'm gonna be real busy. So we'll probably go until like 10, which isn't that big a difference, but even this whole delay, even this whole delay is a bit. Yeah, that was a part of the bit, though. Yeah, thank you. Good job on that one, Wilma. Okay. Because I said okay.
Because you have other thoughts.
Sure.
He likes to look at the chat when he wants to avoid the conversation I'm trying to have, so you guys need to say more. I'm so sorry about me.
You're the love of my life.
That makes sense, Chris, but still pretty cool.
Because I guess you would get the different colored albums.
Yeah, I mean, they have every time you hit that landmark, they have like a big event in the studio for you. So
what is like the parameters of getting these things?
I want to say that gold is 500,000.
500,000 what?
Albums sold.
So okay, so it's based on sales.
Yeah, so.
How do they track that now then?
But I mean, like lots of people buy albums on Play and Apple Music. Like most people, a lot of people buy their albums. A lot of people don't pay for the unlimited commercials like we do.
Well, I didn't know there was such a large collection of, I would assume, terrorists that live in America.
There's definitely people
I think
I've
it's
done that
still.
a long time.
I think it's still torn.
I pay for Google Music, and that's, you know, I'm getting around it by paying the big deal.
We're paying John Google. Yeah.
Paying that smart Indian dude.
Yeah. What's his face?
Yeah.
John India.
No, that is not his name.
I mean,
I don't know what his name is.
it certainly sounds like his name.
Baby doll, I would love if we could just always put these basic. That would be so much safer for all of us.
Evan? Oh, that was my second guess.
I just enjoy gathering them when I find them.
Me también. You're welcome. The guild secret I had to keep for my whole childhood is that I never particularly liked Boston, but didn't want to offend. I don't know, man. Boston's a really great band. I love Boston. I mean, I get it. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, musical taste. I'm not gonna say you were wrong, but man, let me tell you, I love Boston. My mom listened to a lot of bands. She was very much a.
Both of them had a very healthy love for music.
Yeah, they both had the things that they liked for sure. My mom really liked that kind of rock. My dad was more of a grunge guy, but mom played the album, the one with the spaceship on it. I think that might be the self-titled one. I think that might be Boston self-titled album. But it was one of those. It was one of the bands I really liked back then. I actually did not like some of the bands I really am a big fan of now. Like I actually did not like Led Zeppelin growing up. I thought Stairway to Heaven was boring. And now that I've gotten older, I've learned to actually like kind of appreciate it. And there's a lot of like, I guess you could consider them like B-side songs now that I actually really enjoy. I think I actually enjoy some of their B-sides a lot more than their big ones, which I'm sure happens a lot when you actually become fans of bands, because you kind of get tired of hearing the same songs over and over again. But I actually, I guess you could say recently, at least in the last 5 years, I've actually become a pretty big Led Zeppelin fan. Kara tells me that she does not like Led Zeppelin. I do still think that Stairway to Heaven is, I think Stairway to Heaven is a fine song, but I guess I don't get quite why everybody likes it more than a lot of the other stuff they've made. It's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great song in itself, but yeah, right.
They all latched onto that.
You know, like I said, if you're gonna latch onto a song, it's not a kind of bad choice, I guess, but that's not the one I would have thought of.
Yeah, like I feel the same way about Friggen. I don't
Yeah.
understand Friggen. Like there's definitely some great parts of Friggen. There's also some great parts you gotta sit through to get, you know.
Here's a fuzzy donut. Thank you to all 7 people who joined us for me to say that I don't like, or that I don't think Stairway to Heaven is the best song ever written or whatever. Or whatever. I listened to Freebird quite a bit when I was growing up. I remember having it almost on like cycle repeat while I was playing World of Warcraft way back in the day. This must have been Lich King days, I guess. Must have been like Lich King. I think it was Lich King because I don't think Cataclysm had happened yet. What do you owe me tomorrow? I don't know. I don't understand. Send help. Help. Are you part of a guild, by the way, Mr. Chris? Is it the guild of?
Thanks for coming, Carl.
Yeah, I can't pretend to know what you're going through right now, but you let go, okay? Thank you. If you need anything, you know who to look to. Someone else.
Hi, Lotus. Let me ask you a question, Lotus. I wasn't sighing about you. It was probably part of a bit. It was probably a bit. Lotus, what is your favorite Led Zeppelin song?
And do you have a crush on Discourse like I do?
I'm gonna give you a solid 0.01% that she has any idea who Discourse is. This guy's protecting this rock.
What game is he?
This is Trench Crusade. Trench Crusade. This is for me. Lotus just asked you a question. Or she said she didn't hear you.
What did I say? I don't know either. That was so many beers ago, Lotus.
Oh, why you love Discourse.
There's this YouTuber, Discourse. She fusses and gripes about GW, and she's playing Summer of Thunder with the Pirates, so she's in my Discord channel, and I have a crush on her. So I wanted to know if you had a crush on her, too.
You don't have a favorite Led Zeppelin song? Lotus, please. Lotus. Lotus!
I don't either, Lotus. As a matter of fact, I don't really like them.
I actually don't know that is Kara. Yeah, there was literally a 0% chance that she knew who that was.
I'm surprised I knew who she was, and then she ended up in a Discord playing Pirates with me. I was like, dang.
She's in a lot more Discords than you probably think. I see her pop up a lot.
Okay. Well, it made me feel special. Like I know a superstar.
Yeah, I suppose. I wouldn't really call her a superstar. I'd probably consider her more like a shock jockey. And I don't listen to Led Zeppelin like that. What? With the intention of enjoying? I mean, that's fair. Not like that, okay. I listen to it to be miserable.
So if I buy my sales, you can go ahead and bring it, even though I'm not ready to put it on the phone.
Yeah, I can attach the mast. This is a big boom boom. This is a shell that he put the crucifix into, so that the enemies of Jeebus would know.
Okay, I'm just saying, that dessert that I made is supposed to look like this, but it did not look like this.
thought it tasted fine.
It tasted fine, but it didn't look very cute.
That might also be an AI generated image.
Probably
That's actually been something that's been hitting food things lately. I mean, Lotus, Led Zeppelin's pretty good. I mean, also, are you done with your move? Have you settled nicely? Or the box is still flowing? Ask me about Seven Dust and I can give you a better answer. Well, I don't even know who that is. So, what's your favorite Seven Dust song? And this is where she says I don't listen to Seven Dust like that.
I definitely would be able to just name it.
I think they're the band that sang Sweet Home Alabama.
I know they are definitely not.
They're pretty much the same band. Ask me about Seven Waffle. Waffle is the name of the song. Alright, so if I listen to this song, is it going to literally blow my butt clear across the room? Is that how good we're talking about here? Depends on the kind of metal you like. You know, when I was younger, I used to really dig metal, but I don't have it in me anymore. I just ain't got the dog. I ain't got that dog in me anymore, Lotus. I've become an old.
He likes adult contemporary.
I like folk. I like,
Adult contemporary.
I enjoy some whatever that is, yeah. I've become an old. It's whatever modern day yacht rock is, I guess that's me. And then I listen to a lot of old yacht rock. And if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. Likes old man hair bands. I do love a good hair band, trust me. I used to listen to a lot of those. A lot of Motley Crue. A lot of Def Leppard. I used to listen to a ton of that. I still love AC/DC. It's not really a hair band per se. Okay. Okay. Just don't mess it up. Don't do it. I know you're tempted. I can see it in your face. You're sitting there, you're thinking, should I fuck this up?
$80 on sales.
Yeah. Did you favorite them? Like I said, do it. Wait, like, I don't know. Like, I doubt it. Would it maybe a day?
Save the seller. Pop right up after it. You don't do this.
I could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been
Your Time Is Gonna Come is my favorite. Is that another song by that same band? Did you guys just become best friends? They're French. Canada was colonized by the French. But there wasn't enough of them. And the English cast them down to the ground. And that's why New Orleans has such a strong French background, because they all fled south. And then they went there because they weren't allowed to... I don't know if they weren't allowed to leave from Hudson Bay, or if they were running. Or something like that. I know the British went up there and they were like, hey, yo, this place is ours now. And the French were like, oh, sacre bleu! We will flee to the south. Oh, take that, you stupid English idiot. And that's history, guys. Oh, you mean, that song? Actually, do I know that one? Now your time's gonna come. That one doesn't ring a bell. I will have to pull that up and listen to it right after the stream. Let's see how far down the chart that one is. Said your time is gonna come. Your time is gonna come. Mer, 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 mer. There's a remastered version of it. It's probably like 30 songs down. Alright, so I've probably heard it, I just don't know. I don't know that one off the top of my head. So I feel thumped up. Little chunky meatball. Chunk wanted to wrestle today. And he was adorable. Gonna ask about Zeppelin and don't know Zeppelin. Listen here, bud. I didn't know that song. At least I didn't lie to you. And again, I will reiterate, I probably have heard it. I just don't remember that one. Did I say I was a super fan? No. Dodge, you best calm down. You best calm down. Listen here, Missy. You calm yourself down, all right? You chill the tatas, all right? There is no calming there. There is no calm. There is only rage. This man has quite the beard. Well, Lotus, I know that you're going to do your best, and when I say please calm down, I know you're going to do your best, and I'm trying to do that, so I appreciate that. Lotus, I'm gonna need you to stop being so calm right now. Plus, I'm sitting here building a bunch of rats. Oh, did you get a Scaventide box or something? Hi there, man, Mr. Meatball. Hi, Chunk. Oh, you're a good Chunk. Oh, you been so good boy today. Scratch that boy. Have a kiss? Oh, thank you. He sent you this Skaven? That's cool. Did he say you had to play the game with him or anything? Or did he just not want it in his house anymore? Was Rain just like, you need to get this out? I will say nothing. It feels real good to get rid of stuff. That's always a real good feeling.
What are you feeling up?
Just talking about getting rid of stuff. Sure. He has no want. He has no want nor need for them. Wow. Did he crawl out of a Tolkien novel? I was there when he got one of them, because he got it at Adepticon from the super duper nerd box or bag or whatever it is. More Stormcast. Yeah. No, I played against his Stormtide, and yeah, he got a whole bunch of it. Feeling the funk.
Bring it down now. Bring it down.
Now you might be wondering, why does this old creepy man with a sniper rifle, why does he have such a clean piece of cloth on his back? I'll tell you why. He loves Jesus. They are also in the game. He's not in that faction, so... Yeah, he can't be that guy.
Okay.
Yep, the Ottoman Empire is still around, fighting literally Satan. Yeah, the devils are coming up and they're like, hey. Hey.
He said you said hey.
There are a lot of dogs in this game, actually. They carry stuff around, and there's a new faction I think coming out for the game, supposedly that is almost like entirely dog-based.
I was always like really impressed by that thing that was always in cartoons when I was a kid. Where like a big burly dog would carry whiskey.
Yeah, it's St. Bernards.
They used to do so.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand what was happening, but I was like, that's still really cool.
Gotta love good St. Bernard.
If they're willing to deliver like whiskey to people in the wilderness in the freezing cold, I bet they're
It's probably true. It's probably warm. Especially as someone who's freezing to death. Well, yeah, that's the thing. They find people that are freezing. They dig them out of it, and they're like,
feel it up.
hey,
Hey!
you frozen?
You want some cuddles?
See, that's how you get me to laugh.
Talking about St. Bernards.
Yeah. Lotus, do you love St. Bernards? And this is a good one because this is definitely a yes or no question, and there is a correct answer. If she's like, I don't listen to St. Bernards like that, then we're gonna have some problems.
Like that. Why would you think she would say that?
Because that's what she said about Led Zeppelin. She don't listen to Led Zeppelin like that. It's what they call a callback joke. It's a callback joke. Those are the kind of jokes that bring people back for the Patreon. 11 people in here. Alright. Hey, somebody say anything. Just to prove that Kara is wrong. God, it's... And cars have at least like 5 wheels.
Yeah, and that's a very awkward term to be trying to more awkward than
Well, you see, that's why, Lotus, that's why you're allowed to continue to torture me. Just because of stuff like that. Well, you're allowed to torture me for a variety of other reasons, but we're not allowed to talk about that on the stream.
I wasn't trying to like one up Lotus. Jeez. Let her feel special.
Lotus, do you feel like Kara just personally attacked you? This is a safe place.
All I said was I like dogs too, and you were like, well, you're gonna let her, and this is why you're gonna pass. And I was like, don't do that. Don't get us together. We're not catfighting. Thank you very much. We are girls who love each other.
In light of this recent attack, Lotus, how do you feel?
You're the worst.
She could never do wrong by me. Wow. Alright, well. I guess we can transfer ownership at Nova. I'll tell you her feeding schedule. How much wet food to dry food that she does eat.
I mostly survive on gin and weed these days.
Yeah. And I did get a very good video to do some more Carl redeems. I just have not had a time. I have not had a chance to do it. Every single day I get home, I feel like I need to pass out. So, well, that a lot of what's bugging me this week is just the fact that I had to wake up so early for that blood thing. Yeah, no doubt. So that when we did the stream. Or no, I got back from the game store for that one. Which, the game store does not have air conditioning. Which makes it hotter than Satan's butthole. Because it was real hot up here on Monday and Tuesday, and today was gorgeous. Did it say when? Like, what is warm? Oh god, that's fine with me. So what I think I'm gonna do is, I think I'm just gonna finish this guy, because there's really not that much left. He built this shrine out of friggin' bones. Yo, that's metal. I mean, that's his right, he won. Those devil-worshipping pieces of crap probably deserved it. Hey, is it okay if I put my stairs here? I'm here to steal your friggin' son. We got a big bushy black beard. You know, in some ways, literally fighting the forces of hell, probably good for the, for the church. Gives them something to do. Keeps them out of trouble, you know? Bushy beard. More like Father Beard. You know what I'm saying? Guys? You keep saying the word twang. I don't know, is that the definition of the word twangy?
No, hers is more like, meh, whiny.
Okay. Oh! Chris, you still here? Fine.
Orange kind of in the background, make it glowy looking, and the black
Sure, like it has a light source.
Yeah. Do you think the orange behind it kind of looks like a light source?
I didn't even notice that there was orange, so no, I guess.
So the gold's like
Yeah, I can see it on that one. Yeah, I might. If you're trying to get that, that's a good idea for the effect, but I'd probably do like a little orange.
well, I did orange, so maybe I'll dot it.
I'm sorry, orange mixed with a little white. Chris left us. He's probably tucking his kids in, if I had to guess. For Dio, what does he need money for? For Dio, what does he need money for? He can stop time. I didn't know we were talking about Dio, but he can do that. That's true. I wouldn't have guessed, but it was Dio the entire time.
And I didn't know you could stop talking.
I assume that he's referencing the Dio from anime, not the, well, Dio is a self-proclaimed band, right? He's the one that did Holy Diver. Holy Diver. Go where now to the middle of the sea. Where's my memory? Just so you know, I'm gonna teach you that Jesus loves me more. Jay, I hope you know that. You're gonna walk into the no man's land. Fordo is the I forget what the acronym stands for. It's something blah 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 do for others. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Friends of Recovery Friends of Recovery Delaware and Otsego countries. It's do for others or whatever it is. Yeah, Friends of Recovery and Doom for Others. It's a drug recovery thing that Tam. I don't think he technically works. I don't remember if he works for them or he works for the addiction center that works very closely with them. I don't know the exact way they intermingle, but Tim works pretty closely with them. I was raised Catholic. I was specifically told he loved us more. I mean, this guy's about as Catholic as you can get. I mean, he's literally, the Catholic Church was like, hey, here's a gun. Go get him, bud. Go get him, champ.
He was like, can I be your accountant too?
This priest? I don't think so. This guy definitely has a gun.
Is it a sniper rifle?
It is. He's a...
So I need an accountant as well. There's a Ben Affleck movie called The Accountant.
That's what you're referencing. I haven't seen it.
That's actually a very interesting movie. I like that movie.
I'm gonna give this guy a salt and pepper beard. He finished sniper preschool, and he's like, I'm an old man now. I'm at the ripe age of 23, and I'm ready to die. I just want to die! Jesus has got a gun. Jesus got a gun. The whole world's come undone. Everybody is on the run. What could Jesus do? Get Satan's last IOU. He was just a little tiny baby. You were raised Catholic, huh? That explains a lot.
Don't worry, no one raised anything if you still strong.
It's true.
You don't have to have your parents don't have to have religion.
It's true. I mean, I would just wake up in the middle of the night and my dad would be hunched over, you know, like on top of the mattress, like looking at me. He'd be like, I'm always watching you. Okay. Okay. Audio J, just so you know, J is not a very Irish last name. Since your last name is J and your first name is Audio, I mean that's not gonna hold up. That's my that's my Twitch name. He's got a big bullet on his back. A big bullet. I'm just gonna say, if this priest sees a single devil worshiper in no man's land, he can be like, I got you now, you devil boy. I'm gonna get you real good.
Is he gonna think that devil came down and
The devil came up to Boston. He was looking for some balls to break. My last name isn't Jay. It's Ricochet, obviously. I'm sorry. Ricochet is pretty Irish. Yeah, that's true. It sounds pretty Irish. Rick O'Shea. Rick O'Shea. You're so funny, Audio J. We're gonna give him some of that salt and pepper. There we go. Just give him a little dabs. Boom, 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 boom. Also, once we finish this guy, we're gonna have to name him. So you know what that means. More terrible, terrible suggestions and wheel spinning. We got Lieutenant Meatwad, the commander of this particular detachment of the Red Brigade. I'm sure you guys will come up with something very fitting and not ridiculous. Sergeant Buttkiss. You know what? I might as well start writing this down. Here we go. And just so you guys know, you get one name each. None of this like, oh, I'm gonna do a million different things. There, we got Sergeant Buttkiss. Should his name be Rick O'Shea? You know, that's gonna be mine. That's my contribution. That's actually a really good name. You're gonna. All right, we got 2 votes for Ricochet. That is a fantastic name. Lieutenant Tiny Arms. Okay. Okay. Why is he a lieutenant? The lieutenant can't lead the force. Wilmar's on a pretty wicked winning streak.
Blood and plunder, or just in general?
Well, he named both of the boats. You ask for names and then complain about them. I didn't complain, I was just asking. I asked you a simple question.
He started writing them down, that's not complaining.
I was asking why he was a lieutenant. You were supposed to come up with a cool, like, lore reason, and then you attacked me. You know what? That's what a devil worshiper would do. You a devil worshiper, Wilmar? Huh? I bet he plays a bunch of big, smelly demon men.
You know, as somebody who plays Nurgle, I know like this stuff.
There is a Nurgle type faction in this game I was very tempted to get into. They worship Beelzebub, who apparently in this setting is Stinky God. Stinky Satan. He also has doggos. This man has built a shrine out of a giant bullet and apparently 2 femurs and some string. If that ain't dedication, then I don't know what is. Thank you. I can't, because as much as I really want to attach him, I can't attach him until I'm done with that yellow, otherwise it's going to be a real pain in the butt kiss. Yeah, if you are not down with the wheel, then you ain't down with us. I like to worship Jeebus in a more conventional way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Well, New Antioch, they're like, hey, we're going to fight the forces of the devil with conventional guns. And then these friggin' trench crusade guys, trench pilgrims, go running out there and be like, let's attach people to wheels. Listen, you don't even think the wheel is worth it. From my point of view, you're the bad guy. Listen, if you keep tying people to wheels, they can't shoot guns. And you need guns to kill the devil. That's Leviticus 23.
No idea what anything is.
No, look it up. Look up what Leviticus is about. It's about shooting Satan worshippers. You know what? Some of us like to read alternate takes. I read a more...
No, you were reading the Trump Bible.
Just my take was a little more contemporary. Just because I'm over here trying to be a progressive doesn't mean you have the right to bully me. I gotta give them credit. They even have all the right anatomy on these femurs. They got the fossa and acetabulum. As soon as I saw this, I was like, that goddamn bone right there, that's a femur. They gone done got the anatomy right on this one. I gotta say that pretty crazy. I gotta say that's what I'm saying. The one downside of Trench Crusade is I can't play America. You can't play America in Trench Crusade. Because they never colonized North America. Because Satan appeared. And they're like, oh. It doesn't? It's just saying you... No, I said I can't play America. That's the one downside of Trench Crusade.
Why are you putting me on the scene now? I really want to.
Play if you want to here.
Well, if you keep telling me I can, I will. How to get your girlfriend?
Tell her not to.
Don't you dare buy those models behind my back. Don't you dare build them yourself. Don't you dare paint them.
Don't do it.
Did you prime those yourself?
Don't do it. All those things I wish you would have done for all the other thousands of things. You did it for this one?
God damn it.
They can't. It's fun. They can't resist it. The children yearn for the wheel. You are stuck in the trench worshiping a bullet. Stuck in a trench worshiping a bullet. You don't worship the bullet, silly. In my opinion, that's the best part of Trench Crusade. Keep all those whites off native land. Sheesh! Oh my goodness. Wilmar, please. I am definitely going to play Britain when they get that faction out, though. That faction sounds absolutely sick. I'm just going to play a bunch of Sabaton in the background, like the Dreadnought. And anybody who is just joining us, you may volunteer a name for Mr. Priest here. We got Rick O'Shea, we got Sergeant Buttkiss, and we have Lieutenant Tiny Arms. Sorry, jumped down the rabbit hole of Led Zeppelin. I'm back now. Yeah, we were talking to you earlier, Mr. Chris. I was gonna tell you something. And I actually remember what I was going to talk about. I finally went to that comic store that you had told me about. Omar's or whatever it is, the one in downtown Lexington. It actually is pretty nice. They had some paint there. I was like, oh, maybe I can just walk over here and get my friggin' paint.
It's not my paint, though.
They didn't have contrast. They didn't have GW stuff, they just had Army Painter. And they didn't have your brush set either, which you already have one, so. That's two lions right there. Like, hey. That shine hurts me so much. God, it's awful.
I was waiting for you to get there.
It's so bad. But the driving sims. Yeah, I didn't see the driving sims. I must have missed that. But they have like, is that like a restaurant in the background? It looked like some kind of cafe restaurant thing. Should I just finish this model, Karen?
Yeah, just finish it.
Mr. Bullet.
You can go to bed.
It's only 9 o'clock.
Oh, I thought you wanted to go to bed early.
That's why I said I was going to go to bed at 10. Kara's trying to end the stream early, guys. Kara's trying to play the stream, guys. Kara hates the stream, confirmed. Is that the name of the next boat? Up on the 3rd floor, they do a lot of landscape. Oh, I didn't even go upstairs. It looked like it was a separate business. Land parties. Oh, that sounds sick. I love land parties. Kara said we weren't allowed to have any land parties, though. Kara said we weren't allowed to have any sick light switch rave parties.
we're skipping that route.
It's because you're not a mod. I can, for some reason, I can link them now. There was a long time there where it wouldn't let me, but I can actually do it now.
There's some hot and sexy Dr.D boobs in my pics. So you know,
I don't know what that means. The children yearn for landscaping parties. Kara's not ready to retire. She's trying to get a promotion. And if she gets that promotion, then we're gonna stream like literally every day. Because that'll be my new job. We're gonna have more landscaping parties than any one man is ever gonna know what to do with.
so many landscaping parties.
No, it's too early for Kara. She used to go to bed at like 4 in the afternoon.
Not even 9 p.m. yet.
That's what I'm saying. You used to go to bed way earlier than that.
I never went to bed before 9.
Yeah, guys. Jeez. How could you even suggest that?
No, I've never gone to bed before 9.
Never. Not once in her entire
Not
life.
Not even a little bit. Not even when it's like Dylan's out playing games.
No.
Never happened.
Where as soon as I get to the store, you're like, okay, babe, I'm going to bed. And I look at it, it's like 7:10. Giving up the Cairo life. How can you walk away from 2-hour work days? I can't, so that's why I'm not actually gonna give it up. Tomorrow I'm gonna be a busy boy, that's for sure. I got a real busy day, and all my other coworkers are not coming in. So I'm gonna earn that paycheck tomorrow. Got a new person coming in. It's gonna be a real good time. Kara is the hardest working person in that house. I bet her arms are huge. Yeah, she's jacked. Yeah, if only you knew. Kara won't pick up a box.
Because I work hard while sitting on my ass.
Because it's worthless. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I'm gonna print this dirt. Look at that big old sandbag.
Jacked.
He's standing in the...
Chris knows I shook his hand after our game last week.
Shh, that was like 2 weeks ago. Kara is probably not going to play another game for Summer of Plunder.
That's not true. Just because I'm not going this week either doesn't mean I'm done.
Well, I look forward to our next game. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
A little bit of busyness because I
Why are
have
you
some
laughing?
vacation planned, and
Why are you
you're
laughing?
already, like, making me feel bad.
I just asked you why you're
What
laughing.
did your boss say to you, Dylan? Take some freaking vacation. Quit being such a hard ass.
So Wilmar, I'm sure you're going to laugh at this and you're going to make fun of me, but my boss came up to me today and she's like, you need to take a vacation. And I was like, yeah, don't worry. I mean, you know, I'll get to it. It's fine. I like working. And she's like, no, you need to take a vacation. You work. You're here too much. What do you think of that, Wilmar? Huh? You got something smart you want to say, Bucko? What a loser. Oh. Oh, okay. That's not what I thought you were gonna say. Who's a loser? I'm a loser? Why am I a loser? Yeah, this idiot doesn't have work-life balance. There's no winning. There's no winning with you. I can't do it. She's also very excited by the concept of me not having to commute as much. She seems to think that that is a good way for me to be happy. My commute not being as long. My commute not being as long. She thinks that would be a key ingredient to me being happy.
Does traffic upset you?
I mean, boring. I don't know. I wouldn't say upset.
I feel like sometimes you come home in like extremely grumpy mood, and I just assume it's from the traffic.
It's an ammo box. I mean, I can maybe. I mean, yeah. Well, let me rephrase that. There are some days where the traffic does get to me.
Yeah.
I guess that is fair to say. It's not all the time.
It's not all the time.
Yeah, there's definitely. I guess there is some days that come up. I'm just like, what the hell was that?
Hey everybody, I love my job. I work 2 hours a day and I absolutely must be here. Also, have I told you about my commute? Cuz boy, are my arms tired or something. Dylan every day at work.
I'm sorry, just want to live close to work.
We'll be closer to him. I don't know what Wilmar wants from me. He's always just tearing me down. Every day, yeah, I know. I don't get it either. There you go, girl.
Hey, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm so proud of you for making it for another year. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, closer to you. If we live in Woburn and all that, that's closer to you than where we are now. I already checked the time.
He's already booked the commute.
Yeah. I was like, where's Wilma's house? Right over there. Oh, we coming.
We're coming to get that booty.
We're coming to touch that booty. I'm gonna touch the booty. Give me the booty.
I want booty.
I now know what this is. This is an ammo box. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out, but that's what that is. That is a World War II style ammo box.
But you like know that as soon as you got a little bit of like definition.
Yeah, as soon as I saw this little handle, I was like, oh, that's what that is. Okay, got it. I'm up to speed. Damn, now I'll have to finally buy you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bucko Brown. If that's your real name, which it's not.
That's where all those bullets you're in love with lie.
Listen, if it makes Jesus and God happy, you know, who am I to say that worshiping a bullet's not worth it? Dude, we're gonna be playing so much Blood and Plunder, you're gonna come over and you're gonna be like, yar. Avast ye scurvy dogs. And you're going to be talking to Bubby and Chunk. Due to the fact that they are dogs. And Chunk will just more than likely sit there and stare at you. Well, we should know that by tomorrow anyway. Like I said, we're still waiting for this landlord to give us the green light. But I got a backup in Lexington itself. Which I think technically is still closer to you than here. Yo, I'd be sick of these plastic Scurvy dogs.
Hey guys, it's me, John. Why does this weirdo keep caressing that doll with hairs on a stick?
Caress that doll with hairs on a stick. Because this is where I make mad dollars. You ever thought about that? Just for a second? You ever thought about anybody other than yourself there, bucko? Huh? Yeah, I hit you with the bucko. That's what you're on that list, Mr. Pizza. How them early mornings treating you, brother? Hey, Kara.
Hang on.
Actually, yeah, don't worry about it.
What?
I was thinking, bring me Lieutenant Meatwad. That guy with the shield. I was gonna look at the color of the dirt, but I don't even think you can really see the dirt. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. I'm a bucko now. Yeah. Dude, you graduated to bucko. Well done, man. Alright, let me base coat this sandbag, and then we will do the whip it out. So if you got something you want to show off, you want to strut your stuff, you want to prove that you're better than Wilma, put a picture of whatever. I don't care. Put it in that Discord. Do it. 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 Go ahead. Go ahead, do it. I finished assembling all my Malifaux minis. I feel great. Yeah, dude, that's a good feeling. I have not even finished all my... I gotta actually get back to building Malifaux models so I get them off my desk. Although I think as of right now, since we're doing the move, I think I'm going to leave them in a box, probably because that'll be easier for them to just be transported. My submission is not great. I won't win Bisque Painted like... Oh, wait. Wilma, how could you remind me of my failures? No. I loved you like a brother, Anakin. Alright. Gotta build all them faux models for 4th edition. Oh, wait. Pizza, do you have a name you want to volunteer for this sniper? We are, there's not much. I've been caught slipping once. Squintin' Joe. Okay, that's good.
I didn't notice it as much with the silver, I think. Squintin' Joe's pretty good.
I'm gonna use squintin', not squinting. It's got more of a
Piratey sort of thing.
I don't know what pirates have to do anything. So this is Wilma.
Yeah.
This is the Cenobite. I'm rocking my. Anyway, so I thought you'd painted the boxes, but I think it's just the white. Anyway, so
They have white paint on them, but they're not.
yeah, I see that. Anyway, so this is a Cenobite. Love the two-tone gun. That's it's definitely very Nomad for sure in Infinity. He says it doesn't look good. I think it looks good. He was working on the sword last time. I think he posted a picture of the sword after we had finished the last whip. So I'll pull that up right now. So he said he finished the sword, which I think looks really good. I think he said that he didn't like it. Dude, we're both painting stuff with Jesus.
I like it. I don't know why you're being so hard on yourself.
Actually, he didn't say that he didn't like the sword. I like the sword. I think it's great. I love that green. Post the proxy on Discord. Diable. But yeah, I think it's coming along pretty good. He hadn't done the gun yet, so that's the new part. I think the sword looks great. He's doing non-metal metallic. You can tell from the gold.
The gun in this picture looks real nice.
Yeah, this is the one he just posted. What are you doing with the skin? Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like a dark skin? Someone of African descent. Looking clean. Yeah, it looks good. I think it looks good, personally. I think it looks great. I like the black volumetrics. Looks great. I think the helmet looks good too. I never did paint the Cenobites. I never did get to them. But yeah, I like it. This is Kara's flute. She keeps working on it. I think since the last picture, you've done the skids.
Yes.
And the window.
Yeah, the skin's in the window.
Skin is next, likely
And
darker
the
skin.
cannons, the cannons that are stuck.
Oh, okay, so you just did black, black on it.
This little thingy here.
The rudder. You might want to put the black on the actual square, too.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Like at the inside of the boat thing.
For you to give me some advice.
That would just do a quick little
thinking
black.
it though.
Yeah.
But like in the picture, you can't really tell.
Yeah. That's why I even had to look. I was like,
Yeah.
oh. It's a great ship. And she did the the lion, I guess the filigree statue, whatever you want to call it. The decoration. She did in Turbo Dork Gold.
It's a real slippery metallic. I was a little frustrated with how slippery it was.
Yeah, Turbo Dork.
Second coat was the ticket, really.
Turbo Dork is not a very good base coat,
Yeah.
but metallics in general are not supposed to be, because they're supposed to be more translucent. But yeah, I like it so far. Obviously,
I think I took one more.
hi. And then the actual back. So she did all the filigree.
Yeah, I painted this orange because I just wanted to see some contrast, but really that's gonna be probably white with a cutout of Ariel and Eric from the ending. Right.
Yeah, Pete's, I couldn't disagree more on those. I just never liked the Vallejo metallics. It was like the way they sparkled for some reason. I just really didn't like it. The gold one especially.
I am really in love with Turbo Dork metallics. Like I was frustrated with how little it flung the first one, but the second coat was real nice, and it has got that crystal clear sparkle that I feel like no other paint had before, and both the gold and the silver I really love.
What batch? I mean, I don't know. I bought it like a million years ago. I still live in Florida. Last time I bought a bottle of that stuff. Pirate. There you go. I gave you a pirate emoji. Alright, and then this is the model that Pizza is using for a Lilith
That's a hot model.
conversion, I guess.
I like that model a lot, Pizza.
Because the old formula is where it was at. I mean, I had an old one.
Yeah, I definitely have like some new version of some silver metallic, and it's not anywhere near the color that Dylan has. It's like almost white, and Dylan has like a very clear black base to it.
I like things to look like how I feel on the inside.
Dark black.
Mm-hmm.
Why you put so much sugar in your coffee then?
I don't put any sugar in my coffee.
Bullshit. Joe, it's fit for the stream. Quit looking at me like that.
Guys, tell her how much sugar I put in my coffee. Tell her. Like someone who ate a whole packet of Oreos. I do love Oreos. See, that's black and sweet. Those two things can go together. I guess it depends on which Oreo you buy. They're all different kinds of colors now. 8 spoons! You're a liar. Alright, any other ones? Nah. Nah. Alright, so I'm not much of a survival video game guy, but that new Dune one, I gotta say, is pretty. It's kind of tempting. Dune Awakening, is that what it's called? I'm not sure if anyone here has any experience with it, if it's any good. I don't think I would. I don't know what I would do. Okay, I can't be trusted. One of them's me. It's just part of the Discord. And you can also
puts
just
less sugar in his coffee than
click on the one
he
that
drinks,
they already
so it
put.
evens out.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I didn't
Korshai. He puts less sugar in his coffee than pain he drinks, so it evens out. Put sugar and yogurt. I like it crunchy. That sounds awful. That sounds like you're surviving on a UK diet of mushy peas and flavorless food. Well, he lives in the UK. I mean, well, he lives in Scotland technically. Do they eat?
Are you okay? Are you eating any vegetables?
Do they have vegetables in Scotland? Sure, it did have one, yeah, that's it. That did it. Was it pizza? No. No. Was it from pizza?
Pizza, are you dating a hot 20-something cello player in Scotland? That's my sister.
I think he said he married a Chinese lady, right? I think you said she was Chinese. China.
Why, you're gonna be like
China.
Chinese, yeah.
China.
He's gonna be like totally wrong. He's like, how dare you call my wife Chinese?
So I pay attention to my viewers, okay? Pizza is a very close friend of mine. Oh, I found my black. It's up here. I knew I left it somewhere. Like he was ready to throw hands. UK experience. The other day I had a geezer threaten to fight me because I looked at him. By the way, like he was ready to throw down.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, where do you live?
Hi, Dakota.
Do you live in Scotland, pizza, like for realsies?
Yeah, he's lived there for a while now, and he's from Spain.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, he lives in.
That sounds good. My sister lives in Dundee, which does not sound amazing at all. She went to school in Glasgow, I think. Doxing. Well, I mean, Edinburgh's huge. It'd be hard to find.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are we gonna find you? Yeah. Like, oh, Edinburgh, you say? Oh, I know exactly where that is.
Now, pizza.
I'm gonna take out the whole city just to get the pizza. You're going down, bucko. You got it, dude. You got buckoed again. You can't stop me. He can't keep getting away with this.
He's like, man, it's easy. Look for Malibu players and I can be found.
That's, yeah, there you go. That's true.
You're in the right stream, Senior Diablo says. The good doc loves a good doxing.
I do love a good doxing. I'm so excited to just tell people where other people live.
After we whip it out, we dox you!
You're done. You're done in this town. You're never gonna work in this town again, Mr. Pizza.
Good thing you whipped it out.
It's true.
That was your last chance at fame.
I'm gonna triangulate where you live based off of that one crackhead you posted a picture of. She must be well known. Kara says she doesn't want to talk to you guys anymore. See, we've been working on inner office politics. It's been good. It's been very rewarding. In his defense, he did just blast his full address on stream. When did I just do that? I did that like months ago. I knew she hated us. Well, yeah, you know. Kara doesn't want to chat anymore. Well, we've reached the conclusion that she has a certain number of alcohols in her before my patience reaches a point of no return, and then I have to hug my dog really tight. I don't remember his name. I mean, I'm sure you could just Google. You know, you could Google CEO. You'll have Googleception. Google be like, oh hell nah. Amazon is Bezos. Oh, it's not Bezos. Yeah. I didn't know we were talking about Amazon. I thought we were talking about Google. And I think the founder of Google is Tim Cook. I think is his name. Cook. I often search Google while I'm on Google already. I've done that a few times too, yeah. Just go open the search bar and Google. Never sure. I told them, have you guys, okay, before I go on my next, I guess, tirade, have you guys ever heard of the Hitler game? No. Well, yeah, there's also that, but no, I'm talking about the one that you play with the computer that involves Wikipedia. The Wikipedia Hitler game. Have you guys ever played that? Because Patient and I were talking about games, and I brought it up. I was like, "You ever played the Hitler game?" She's like, "What?" We were sitting there talking about the new Switch. He's on a rave about. He's on a raving about stuff. I'm a raver. The what game? Your music's a bit too loud. Oh, I can turn it down. Yeah, I think I had to turn it up because Tisdale said it was really quiet. Okay, is that better? The Wikipedia Hitler game. It has it's got a very funny premise. I kind of like the Smurfy one in my ear. No, those are Zeebles.
Talking to a patient about Hitler, and then Wikipedia came up and I changed the subject back to Hitler. Dylan at work today.
Well, we were talking about Nintendo, technically. Anyway, there's a game you can play on Wikipedia, which is you hit random page, and then you have to count how many clicks it takes you to get to Hitler's page of Wikipedia.
That sounds like something people would play
It's definitely a LAN party game for sure. Yeah. You go to a pretty sick LAN party, everybody's playing the Hitler Wikipedia game. Well, maybe I wasn't talking directly to you, Omar, huh? Maybe I was talking to people that maybe don't know what it is. Wilmar's being a very sassy molassy today. Maybe he's what? Are you on your period, Wilmar?
Hello, it's me, John Hyler. I tried painting once. It went bad. Oopsies.
Why do I even watch the stream? I don't know, man. Cause you like to hang out, talk about Infinity on the Arachne podcast. You come here for my awesome math skills. I know that. I know you're a frequent commenter on that. When you're like, wow, Dylan knows lots of math. There's a lot of math. Lots of real good math. There's no way he's that much of an idiot. He can't do quick math. You mean that podcast that stopped talking about Infinity? We talked about it like what, a week ago? Wilmar, you can't just destroy other people. Okay? I feel like I'm in a sassy sandwich. You're making Chris upset. Wilmar.
Not Wilmar.
Chris is saying he.
It's your birthday doesn't mean you can bully people.
Like a part of a sassy sandwich. He's a sassaholic. He's a sassaholic. He needs help.
Wow, Wilmar.
You can, and it's often adequate to destroy people. Oh.
Send him to rehab?
Tossing peanuts at the monkeys. Tossing peanuts at the monkeys type of peak content. Supprekin sass? And you're not wrong. You know, maybe the world would have been a different place if he was a better painter. The world would 100% be a better place if he was a better painter. Unfortunately. Or I don't know. Maybe if his dad loved him, or if he didn't catch syphilis from a prostitute. If his dad maybe loved him a little bit more and didn't give him syphilis from a prostitute at the age of like friggin' 16 or whatever, maybe the world would be a little better. Great sassy molassy! I mean, by the time that tertiary syphilis set in, he had some time for it to cook. He's had a hard day of doing literally nothing all day.
Literally nothing.
Just
Trying to negotiate more dog box than he needs.
you know, that'll be a good thing. Like when the weather's good, you could sit outside if we get that house we're after, and you could just stare at them in the yard.
Exactly.
That would be kind of cool.
And there's a lot of nudity.
Imagine you actually made YouTube tutorials about miniature painting, but his whole playlist is 300 videos about painting white and blonde people. Wow. Pizza, please. There are certain colors that come up more than others, okay? Alright?
I mean, I really like painting people's hair brown. Just saying it's easier.
I've painted people... Does this guy look blonde to you? Look at that. If the camera could focus, you'd be very surprised right now. Look at that. Does that look blonde to you? That looks like salt and pepper. You know what, Pizza? Do not join the Sassy Squad. I'm gonna warn you right now. You get one warning before I dox you again. And I tell everybody that you're from Europe. People are going to draw connections. They're going to be like, wait, you mean Scotland, Europe? Must maintain purity. Oh, imagine, I get what you're saying. Imagine him. Just going on like a tirade. Oh my god. Pizza!
Always really thought
You can't say that, Pizza. Pizza, please.
just the coolest. They're not good instruments, but their column. Look at how cool the carving is on that. And they have this other one that has like flowers, but it's like these roses just dripping down the column. It's so luxurious and it's always covered in gold. And it's very similar to a much better instrument that doesn't have as pretty of a column. Shame that they're not good.
A lot of the women I know say I have a pretty column. You're playing Orcs, man. Why are you doing that? Goes to tournament, and then people tell him his army ain't canned and all this stuff is blonde and white. he doesn't know how to he just doesn't understand theming, you know? He doesn't understand composition. You see, that's what got him. That's what got him. Is he did not understand volumetrics, supposedly. What a different world it would be is instead of, you know, knowing what we know actually happens in real life, we could just see, like, we go to an alternate dimension and there's like just a news story that says local artist paints stuff really crappily. We just know that he was the death of many people that did not deserve it. He's just some like struggling artist. Like, oh, everybody hates my paintings. Oh no. No. Man, talk about karma. You take those out of the army case and you're already being asked to leave the store. Just freaking imagine. Well, Cromlech actually do have a line of like World War II style orcs. I mean, I'm sure if you painted them human skin colors, they'd look really weird, but I mean, I guess somebody already had the idea. Oh no. Yeah, look it up. I actually bought some. I thought they're pretty nice. I did sell them. Briefly there, I was like, I want to play orcs because I love orcs. But yeah, that is definitely a thing. I bought them. They even have like DAK versions too, like the Africa Core. I've really been pounding down the history stuff lately, man. I've been on a Civil War kick. I've really been enjoying it. That's how you know. That's how you know I've become an old. Because now I like Civil War stuff. It was real. It was real awkward. Yeah, I bet. Oh no. Oh no. What was that company that had a raging boner about making Nazi dioramas? Company. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know that. Well, I mean, was it just somebody who made, like maybe not? I don't know if diorama is the word, but like, you know, just did like, was it like a miniatures gaming thing, or was it like a hobbying thing? I've always been of the mind that you can separate on some level, right? The historical significance of something, but also the ability to like create using it as a thing, right? Yeah, dude, historical stuff, it's been really nice. It's like you get the modeling aspect of it, you get the game aspect of it, but it just doesn't have as much of that like cutthroat nature to it. It's really nice. They had so much stuff for sale related to that, real sketchy. Yeah, they put out a very tone-deaf book or something. I could see AK doing it. They do have a lot of historical stuff. I don't know. AK? I don't remember them having a lot of like specifically World War II stuff. If you're in a Civil War kick, have you been to the Fall In convention? Oh, Fall In? No, I've never been to Fall In yet. It's on the short list. I know that, because it's in. I think Fall In's in Pennsylvania, right? No, I have not been to Fallen yet. I haven't been to Historicon either. All of the historical conventions I've ever been to were World War II specifically.
I didn't know Historicon existed until the last podcast, and that made me want to go. I was like, every single game that was like...
Oh yeah, they're all there. Oh yeah, oh for sure. In next to Gettysburg, there was a battle there. Yeah, Gettysburg. Yeah, there was supposedly. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. They have tutorials for painting, and they post a lot of busts related with their stuff relating to that, and people notice they trend. Yeah, I haven't. Nobody's ringing a bell on that one. So, Blood and Steel is the Victorian era Firelock game system, and Civil War's included on that. I tried playing the Civil War version of Black Powder, and I wasn't really all that impressed. So, I was talking to Kara about if I got the stuff to play it, would she be willing to do it with me, and she was, so. At some point, I will probably get that. Obviously, no rush on that one. And I would probably just paint both sides, you know how it is. I gotta pick a battle, though, to figure out which stuff I'm painting. Maybe the first battle of Bull Run, that'd be fun. Although, I'm a Grant guy, because Grant, me and him have the same birthday. So I'd like to do, maybe Fredericksburg? Gettysburg was one of the biggest battles in American history. Yeah, 100%. I was listening to them, I was listening to a presentation, or not a presentation, a YouTube thing about it today. And I felt legitimately sad for Lincoln. Like, that poor guy, he's just had, like, a total butts of a life. And then, literally, as soon as he's like, man, we did it. We won this war. Now we get to enjoy peace. He gets killed. I was like, my God, man. That poor guy never caught a break. And it's so sad. Because, like, the guy was so smart. like Abraham Lincoln was one of those like once in a lifetime situations where he actually got into a position of power, and it was like a blessing that it happened. And then as soon as he's able to enjoy the fruits of his labor, he gets assassinated. I'm like, God darn it, that stinks. The guy did not deserve it. Lincoln, it's kind of OP in Invincible. And it goes so hard. Mac and cheese with chili? Yeah, dude, I bet. Grant is the Mac. Grant is, I don't know what you're talking about with the word Mac. If it means that he's a badass, then yes. Great show highlight. Lincoln, it's kind of OP and Invincible. You mean the show Invincible? I've never actually seen it. The Amazon show, I have not actually seen it. It's another one of those things I feel like I'll get to at some point. Lord knows when, but eventually. I've had a lot of people tell me it is something I would absolutely die for. The Invincible show. If that's what you're referring to. I really enjoyed the concept of The Boys. I think it goes a little too hard in the like satirical view on it, but I really loved the simple concept of it. I thought it was kind of clever. But I think they went a little. I think Alan Moore, I think, was the writer. I think he went a little too far. I was never a big fan of any of Alan Moore's stuff. Like, obviously, Killing Joke is a well-known. I think that was. I know it's the same guy that wrote Killing Joke. Whoever that is, I want to say it's Alan Moore. He's okay. Like, I didn't think Killing Joke was actually all that good. The significance of it, I think, is important, but I thought the comic itself was like okay. Obviously, it has some very iconic scenes in it. But he's never particularly impressed me as a overall author. It's somehow more grounded. So, yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, because like I said, it's like the concept of The Boys is that power corrupts or whatever, but it's like so cartoonishly done. Like most of the things that people do that leads down that slippery slope is like it's small things, right? It's not like they wake up one day and they're like, yeah, I'm going to become like a serial killer or whatever. They're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to kill this person because we have different, political beliefs. And because of that, they need to die because I'm going to save the country. And then the next thing they do is, they do it and blah, blah, blah. It's like they don't do it for evil reasons. But like I felt like in The Boys, it's either because we never got to see that part and we just started like at the pinnacle of Homelander being a psychopath, because even in the books it's even worse. Hey, Kara. Yeah. Hi. Hey. Keep up the good work.
What is the good work?
Yeah.
Check my text. Discord. I'm not really sending it to your phone.
Well, I literally just got it because it said that there wasn't anything in there a second ago. That you do very good at that, so.
Keep up the good work, and I was wondering if that was the good work.
Yeah, no, I'm up to speed. I'm here. I did it. Homelander shows so many tropes with Handsome Jack. Yeah, 100%. And everybody loves Handsome Jack from the game, but it's another one of those cases where you miss a lot of like what made him evil. But I think that there was the prequel. There was like the game that came out later that was like the one before Hit, so you get to like actually see him kind of starting to lose his marbles. Both insane in a funny, unhinged way, but it gets depressing after. But yeah, it's like the joke, because the characters are so popular, it always overstays the welcome. Like, I think Handsome Jack, for the extent of that one game, was probably fine. And other than the prequel, is he in any other Borderlands games? Because I know he's in whichever one that he was like the villain, which I think was 3, right? And sorry, I don't know why the music stopped. I can't get it to go. They fleshed out the whole arc of why he was the way he was, and it's understandable and sad. Yeah, sure, yeah. 2 in the prequel, and then his final arc in the Tales from the Borderlands game. Okay, got it. So, do you think that they kind of... Do you think that he overstayed his welcome, even though it's like, obviously, the entire time he's not cartoon evil? Because you actually get to see, like, the full fall from grace. Because I don't know if you actually technically get to see that with Homelander. At least to the extent that you do Handsome Jack. Because I know with Homelander, they try and give you like a little bit of the backstory with like the fact that he was like a lab rat or whatever, and he was upset, and like the blanket thing, and how he has like a weird mommy complex. Which in some levels you can kind of understand, because if that's how you grew up, then you're not going to turn out normal, right? That's understandable on some level. But some of the things he does, it's just like, okay, I get it, you don't have a great childhood or whatever, but I don't know, some of the things he does is a little messed up. Like the airliner thing forever will live in my brain. It's just something that's absolutely horrendous.
I don't know.
It's just so
how I
hard to
feel
write
about this
lovable
AI.
psycho.
Read the fine print too. That sounds a little too much.
I noticed that there are AI therapy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's hard to relate. I think that's why. Because if you can't relate to a character, then it's hard to like them, Because it requires time at that point, right? So you got to like have the point where you hate them, which I think has become a very recent storytelling thing that I think a lot of writers have really been trying to get more into. Because Thanos, I think, was probably one of the best examples, at least MCU Thanos, I think was a good example of it, because he was allowed to cook over the course of like 10 movies, and he was slowly introduced, and like you kind of knew who Thanos was just because of the books, but then when it really got to who he was, you kind of understood why he was doing it, and on some level he was right, but obviously he went about it the wrong way. But in the books, he's not like that. In the books, he's just a murderous psychopath, and like people in the books probably liked him as a villain, but obviously in real life, you see people walking around with like Thanos' right shirts, which, not to say that he was or was not right, but it goes to show you that it was better taken that he was a sympathetic villain, which helps solidify your like place in history, right? Because you're like a well-known, like something that's like compelling. And I think that unfortunately it's definitely a superior way to have a villain, but if you don't pull it off right, it's worse than if you had just done a cartoon villain. And I think there's a lot of writers, especially in the MCU now, where they're trying to have these like sympathetic villains, but the villain will die in the same movie. Like Gore the God Butcher was a great example. Like Gore the God Butcher was 100% in the right, and he always has been. Because the gods like don't serve the common man or whatever. Obviously Thor's an exception because it's his book or whatever. But Gore the God Butcher is right in a lot of ways, and you can kind of appreciate that. But because in the MCU, at least in the books anyway, but in the MCU, they kill him off at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert, by the way. And it's harder to be sympathetic to a villain that doesn't exist for longer than that movie, and also everybody really kind of just wasn't a fan of the movie. So it's kind of a shame, because I thought Christian Bale did an amazing job. I think Gore was probably one of the best parts of that movie. And I liked the movie. I thought the movie was fine. I mean, it wasn't my favorite movie of all time by any means, but I thought his version of Gore was good. I think most of the complaints about that movie usually land more at like what Thor was doing, which, whatever. I think the MCU is never going to reach its heyday like it did before with its current trajectory anyway. I don't think it has anything to do with superhero fatigue. I just think the writing has been really bad. Doesn't Thanos torture a random teenager as a tradition in the Yeah, he does. Yeah, weird stuff like that. The Boys has some heavy scenes that make you feel dirty. It's kind of like Breaking Bad. Yeah, and I think that Breaking Bad has some of those seasons, or some of those scenes. But again, it's interesting, right? Because at the beginning, you get to see the slow descent that is Walter, right? Like in a very petty cartoon. Yes. Sabretooth's the same way. Sabretooth is just a dick for no reason. He hates Logan for stupid reasons. And there's really never like a very good reason for why he does any of the things he does. Other than just because he hates Logan and he's a dick. And again, they tried to make Sabretooth like a sympathetic villain by being like his daddy beat him or whatever. And I'm not gonna sit here and say like having a dad that beats you isn't gonna like affect you when you grow up, but you can have a poor childhood and have your problems, but I don't think murdering innocent people is ever gonna be like, oh, that's an appropriate response to that.